today I would like to talk about the new version of GOverlay, specifically where it pertains to OptiScaler. This gives you an easy way to set up OptiScaler on your system with either an AMD, Intel, or an NVIDIA GPU. It'll give you access to the required files to force like FSR 4 on like an RDNA2 card. You can do that, and force NVIDIA Reflex to use the AMD's Reflex, the anti-lag too. With this, you can go here to the FSR version. It says the latest FP8, which will only work with RDNA4, but you can set it to int 8, which does work with RDNA2 and RDNA3. The game we're going to be testing, though, doesn't actually support it. So, and I don't think the game even has an FSR switch in it at all. So with this, you just get it. It normally will say you'll check for updates. Nothing will download if it's already updated. If it's in there, you can do this. The only thing I have found with this, the issue I have found, is it doesn't pull in a specific FSR 3 or FSR is better than NVIDIA DLL file. It's a specific file. It does not pull that in. So you're not able to enable to like force DLSS using FSR with it. So, but I'll look into that because that's probably just manually dragging and dropping the required file into the system where this puts the file. So once you have the check updates done or install done, hit save, and then it gives you this command. You just right click it after you select it all. Then you can actually close this out. We're actually going to test Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm going to go into properties, and you just make sure you paste this in. And this is honestly the file path of where it actually put it on your system actually. If you go into FGMod, this is where I would need to download that specific file and put it in here to get the other portion of the OptiScaler working. But once this command is in here and it's nice, it just has that folder where points the game to that instead of you having to put the stuff inside the game. We'll close that. And I've only tested this with games running through Proton. But once that is in the game, I'll show you something strange that did happen in the game. Because yes, I can enable frame gen. This is one of the things that happened. It says I have no display adapter. And then it'll tell me my driver version is too old. But we'll get the game loaded up here. I do have Steam's built-in performance overlay going. But if I go into options, display and graphics, it thinks I have an RTX 4090. So some of the NVIDIA stuff is working, but I can't turn on the NVIDIA DLSS. It won't let me do it. But other than that, the game's running at 4K. I've got everything cranked up and have ray traced shadow quality set to ultra. So we'll go in here, we'll continue. We're going to load into an area of the game where the frame rate dips pretty bad. So right now we're just going to test it with just Intel's XCSS enabled. And you see I'm in the mid to low 60s, and it'll go up. I do have it set to XCSS, I believe, quality. Let's go to display and graphics. Okay, if I go here and I actually just shut it off, you'll see the frame rate in this area is really bad. It's in the 40s. Okay, something I notice when I shut off the upscaler and the frame rate drops below 60, the encoder inside of OBS goes into encoder overload so I can't really show it with no upscaling. So we're just going to leave it set to quality for now. So we've got XCSS set to quality. But now that we are in that mode, we can hit the insert key. And we've got this, and you know, I got this. I could bring it up to FSR 3. You can do FSR 2, FSR 3.1.5. You know, you can save the ini file. And it is, you know, it's, you can kind of tell it's using FSR now because her hair is beginning to have a little bit of pixelation on her hair strands, where with Intel XeSS it doesn't do that, but you can actually set it back to XCSS. You know, that is one thing you can do inside of OptiScaler. Now if I go back, there's still some pixelation there, but it's more of a annihilating issue. But we're going to go ahead here. We're going to force FSR. We're going to change the upscaler. We're going to leave it to that. We're going to go to frame gen, but because I can't do, I need this FSR FG via Newcomb's DLSS G. That's what we need to download. It gives you the name of the file you need to copy into that FG mod folder. But we're going to set it to OptiFG, which is just the built-in one inside of OptiScaler. Now, right now it's not active. We do need to close the game. So we're just going to exit the game and then we'll relaunch it. Okay, we're back in the game. So now if we hit insert, I have the Opti frame gen. We can activate it, save the ini. You can see the frame rate there jumped up in the upper left. But the issue is the HUD in the game is glitchy. Now, to fix this, I'm not going to do it. You have to enable this HUD fix. But when I do that, it drops the game to 30 frames a second. So, which will cause the encoder overload in OBS. But again, I'll go ahead and deactivate it. And you'll see the frame rate drop down to 53. Activate it again. You know, just that tick box fixes it, you know. Now, I will be working on getting the Nukem frame gen mod downloaded and put it in the folder. But honestly, the game feels really good. I've got ray tracing turned on. The game's running at 4K. I have FSR I have the XCSS running in quality mode, which is allowing FSR to run in quality mode. You know, so it is pretty good. You know, I could honestly play it this way, but I would need the HUD fix because that's kind of a little irritating. If you've seen a previous video of mine where I manually install OptiScaler in the game control, the HUD fix fixes that. But with some more experimentation, I'm going to figure out how to fix it and get this game to not lose frame rate when I enable the HUD fix. Maybe when I fix it with the frame gen, the FSR frame gen, to force that instead of the OptiScaler one. That will probably fix it, but I'll do an update video on that. But this video is really just to show off the new GoVerlay that gives you the easy option to install OptiScaler, and you have a bunch of other things, but let's go ahead, exit the game. The other thing this thing does is I have to click stop in Steam because the game will not shut all the way after setting up this. So with the game here, I just got to hit stop. So I'll go back in to my not graphics, games, GOverlay. Okay, you've got your normal, all your normal MangoHUD settings, you know, where I change the name of the GPU and CPU to match what I have. I don't have VK Basalt installed, but you can adjust stuff there. You have OptiScaler. Proton tweaks is something that is pretty cool. Like if you have an old RDNA2 or like an RX 580, older GCN architecture, you can do the emulate RT on old AMD hardware because the RADV driver does support it. You just have to enable this, and then it'll obviously give you the required stuff you need in the command that you need to force. You can force NVAPI, you can hide the NVIDIA GPU, you know, you can always use game mode. You know, that is something, you know, if you save that, it gives you the option to copy and paste into your properties under Steam. You know, you can have this higher priority for games. You know, that's just a tick box that it's just going to add. And you can also disable NT sync if you want. You know, if you hover over these, it'll give you all of the commands that you need for the specific options that you're enabling. But you want to just enable everything you want. Like eventually when I get an HDR monitor, I'll tick that on to get the HDR command to force HDR on my games. I do have to mention one thing is I did try to run this on Fedora using the new official Flatpak that is in the FlatHub repo. I didn't mess with it too much, but I couldn't get the OptiScaler stuff to work. More than likely, I would need to use the FlatSil to give the Flatpak more access to the system. But I honestly haven't had time to mess with it enough. I may go back to that since I'm going to dual boot at least 2 Linux distributions on my computer here soon. So, because I do want to test things in Fedora and on my Arch-based system. If any of you have any experience with this, maybe you know how to fix the Flatpak version to make it work right, let me know in the comments. But like, share, comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Later.